it's, it's not a really deep place. It's a fairly flat lake. Uh, I see smallmouth areas and largemouth, so, honestly, to continue on with the first round, just because even if it has both, chances are the brown ones outnumber the green ones. So, that's probably the way I'll start and then go from there. I got a feeling with this group of anglers, you're going to need to dial in pretty quick. I don't know if you know it or not, but that's like who's who of bass fishing in this group.
Yeah, there are.
So all my heroes are here. So it's gonna
you're their hero this year. So.
It's gonna be a big. This is gonna be a pretty good event.
There ain't but one or two of these guys in here that wouldn't have rather had your year.
That's okay. I would like to continue with that today.
I hear you. In your previous round, looking at what you stopped on, I can only imagine the first thought in your mind was green. And you went there looking for grass.
In a way, I went down there and there wasn't very much grass. The deal was that place reminded me so much of Alpena. It was exactly like the place that I found in the last round at Alpena. Identical. It was the last big point in the flat, and it was loaded with smallmouth. And that's kind of what I was not surprised to see because to me it didn't seem like it had largemouth cover, but not much of it.
Okay.
And it was. And that's the other reason for going to that end. And I'll probably do the same thing today because this lake has a big flat in the end. So you got one or two things. There'll be smallmouth on the outside of it, and if they're not, then I'll fish for green ones.
What teaches you that as a primarily largemouth grass fishing guy to go look at that outside points or outside of the edge of flats?
Well, I just understand that, the two will be relatively close to the same cover, but the smallmouth always relate to the outside.
Okay.
Like they use the cover like as a reference point. They just kind of parallel around the edge of it. They have a tendency not to really get in the cover.
Okay.
They're just around it. So, in a situation like that, I didn't know which one would be that. Now, if I'd have got down there and it'd been a huge milfoil bed, of course I'd have fished for, fish for largemouth. But the deal is going back and looking at that match, had that been a 1-day 5-fish deal, it'd been one off largemouth. They were the biggest.
Yeah.
But you know what? This is a numbers deal, and the smallmouth have a tendency. They seem to outnumber. If you have a lake that has both, more times than not, especially if you have a lot of rock cover and it's not all just one big grass bed, the smallmouth outnumber and you know what? We're playing a numbers game here.